welcome to the Wish You Were a Beer podcast, episode 14? 14.
Yeah.
I am Martin. This is Mike. We're going to talk about some weird beers here and some other stuff.
Yeah.
Mike, what did you pick up tonight?
I got the snack.
Okay. And I got the beer. I had to go to Now and Later tonight because the bottle shop does this thing where the first Monday of every month they go on a trip to pick up beer from places. And yesterday was New Year's Day, so they were closed. And so today is kind of like their Monday for this month, and so
Right.
they're gone. I didn't have a chance to pick up the beer beforehand, so I had to go to Now and Later. Selection not as good.
Right.
It seemed kind of picked over, too. So
That's
tonight,
kind of how I felt when I had to get Now and Later that one time.
yeah, I got a couple things from like the same brands and stuff. So we'll see. I think it's all good stuff. It's I think kind of a fruity sour episode. So.
All right. I'm about
They
that.
had a lot of that stuff probably because no one buys it except us.
I'm going to address the small elephant in the room about our holiday special not happening. That was just in theory was an excellent idea. In practice didn't quite work out.
Right, trying to fit
just trying
what
to find
was going to be 6 people somewhere in this house, and filming was not going to work out.
Yeah, it was just going to be odd. All right, well, let's just dive into beer number 1 then.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to go deep.
Ooh. Oh, okay. I was curious. Oh, wait, no. Is that the McKellar?
Yes,
okay.
it is.
There's another one in there that I thought it was.
Cool. All right, this is McKellar Session IPA, 4.5% alcohol. It's just called the Centennial. It looks like the McKellar Centennial. Product of Belgium. Is there anything else? That's it.
Okay.
Cool. So session IPAs, well, just sessions in general, like session beers are generally like the lower ABV, if I'm not mistaken.
Nope, you're right.
This out of the way. You know what? Nope. Okay. I was just gonna see if I had the regular bottle opener.
I'll get you paper towels.
So that's the third time this has happened.
All right, just talk for a little bit.
Oh, I'll talk for a little bit. Let me just get a look at this wet beer. It looks like a young lady with blonde hair, dipping what looks like hops into her mouth. More like dangling hops into her mouth. There should be. Hang on, let's swap. Oh yeah, what an excellent start to everything. Yeah. All right, hang on. I'm gonna keep talking until Martin comes back.
Coming back.
I don't know if you want to say something about the beer, or just in general.
Okay.
About life.
All right, smells happy, but not too happy. You can pour both of us at least.
I didn't think about that. I'm just gonna use my hoodie.
Okay.
But I can't wear anyways because there's a gigantic grease stain on it.
Nice.
Oh no.
Mike has a new mug.
I do have a new mug. It's gonna be kind of hard to decipher
That was bad.
what's what.
How do you like this?
Oh yeah. There's a little bit in there. So mine's a little wider in general, so it's gonna be. That's probably good. Now I think I have too much.
Yeah. I think that's okay.
All right.
So the McKellar Centennial Session IPA.
Cool. Now that we're actually ready to go.
Yep.
Cheers.
All right, beer number 1. Ooh, that's very good.
It's almost like drinking water.
Really?
Yeah,
I wouldn't call it water.
it has like the very, very subtle taste, I
like
should
it.
say.
There's a very subtle fruity taste, and then it sort of just becomes hoppy, but not too hoppy at all.
Yeah, not horrible. It's actually very good.
I like it. Yeah, this is a very easy drinking IPA.
It is a very easy drinking IPA. It's a session, so I would hope so. All right. So
let's get into your topic.
Yeah, my topic is yeah, it's a little weird. Well, not super weird, but I wanted to talk a little about New Year's resolutions and how much I think they're bullcrap. And you and I talked slightly before. We both kind of agreed that they were crap, but honestly, in my opinion, I think that something like a New Year's resolution is setting yourself up for failure, technically. Because, like, you don't really hear of that many success stories with New Year's resolutions.
Right. For me, New Year's resolutions, like, when I was little, I did them, and I thought, like, ooh, this is going to be fun, or whatever. But as I got older, I kind of saw, like, the people doing the ones where, like, I'm going to go to the gym, and then they fail, or I'm going to read more books, and then they fail, or do something, and then everybody just fails because it is such a stupid thing where you think, like, it's kind of foolish to think a new day is going to be what makes you like, that's all, like it's like mental trickery. You kind of trick yourself into thinking that this time is more significant than any other time.
Right.
And another thing I've always felt is that, like, it's something for people who don't have the willpower to do it any other time.
Really? Sort of, yeah.
Like they rely on that.
Yeah, so without trying to sound like
mean.
Yeah, mean. It's sort of like it's almost a reliability with some people where it's like, yeah, I'm going to have New Year's resolutions, but it's like, why don't you just start that now? Like whatever you want to do, start now and just start doing it.
Yep. Like they need a little extra push from this arbitrary thing that is a New Year's resolution. But like, why do you need that little extra push? It's kind of,
I don't know. That's just how
it's just like
some
a trick.
People's minds work,
I guess. I mean, if that is what you need to go to the gym and lose some weight or something, and you actually do it, and then like a year later you've lost a lot of weight and you're doing good, then good for you. I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
But it's like the people who go to the gym for like a month and then stop, and then they fail their New Year's resolution. It's like
in a month.
Like, why did you?
There are people who
why'd
fail
you even
it the
need
next
that
day
in the first place, right?
Like, oh, I'm gonna go to the gym every day, and then they wake up the next morning and they just forget about it almost.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that they're. I like setting goals for myself, but I don't like having it be like a New Year's resolution.
Right.
I like.
It's weird to me.
Yeah, I like just setting a goal for myself.
Like a kiddie thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I set a goal for myself, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to wait for this arbitrary day to trick myself into doing it.
I'm going to start going to the gym.
Yeah. Right.
T-minus 20 days until I start going to the gym. Yeah.
So, what time do we have? Okay. So what was the last New Year's resolution you remember?
I honestly don't. I don't remember. Okay. And do you know one?
Yeah, mine was pretty much always the same until I gave up on them. I never did too hot in school, so like mine was always year after year. I'm going to get better grades this year.
Oh, yeah. No, now that I think about it, I was sort of the same way. Because like I didn't do well in school either, especially in high school, where it was just kind of like, I'm going to do it, and then like it just didn't happen.
People put so much faith in like this new day or this new year being what changes them without actually putting in the effort to change themselves.
And I think that a lot of people kind of forget that, like when you hit New Year's, yesterday wasn't a year ago.
Yeah.
Right?
Yesterday was yesterday.
I feel like a lot of people have that mentality of like
New Year, new me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's like 2 minutes ago it was last you.
Right.
So you're not that far away.
I just don't. That's another thing that I just don't quite grasp well.
Mm-hmm.
I think that it's just one of those things where it's like, no, yesterday was still yesterday. Like 2 days ago, right now it was 2 days ago. It wasn't.
It was 2017.
It was last year, but it
mm-hmm.
wasn't. It wasn't a year ago.
Right.
It was 2 days ago.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think I actually have an idea for a separate topic. So maybe we'll cut that there.
Do a twofer.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. Well, we'll be back with beer number 2 and the rest of my topic. Welcome back. We're going to go into beer number 2 and finish off my topic, which is going to be different from what we just talked about.
Okay. Okay, so this one I just kind of looked at and grabbed it because, like I said, the selection was not very good.
All right.
This is Grunge by Gun Hill Brewing Company. Pacific Northwest style red IPA. I don't think we've had a red IPA either too, so that's partly why I grabbed it.
Cool.
6.8% alcohol by volume. And not much of a description, so.
Right on.
Ooh.
It is red.
That's a weird color.
Wow. That's not what you would expect out of an IPA.
No. That is an odd color. It's very amber, but kind of... Oh, there's a lot of sediment in it, too.
Oh, I can see it, like, as I'm pouring.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. Okay.
Is it like unfiltered?
Maybe, I don't know. I'm gonna make a prediction here. We're not gonna like this.
Okay. I like predictions.
Just, I don't know, by the color and the sediment in it, I feel like I can already taste it almost.
Oh.
I don't really smell much. Does that taste almost like bad to you? Like bad beer?
Hang on. Oh, I can't get past the smell.
It tastes like it's expired.
Yeah, it's just... it's weird.
Alright, so let's try to describe it. Okay. This smells so
the
bad.
Smell
now
is
I
like,
smell it.
Yeah, I can't even describe the smell.
So the smell is like
it's like
sulfur.
It's like if a red ale met an IPA.
Yeah,
and like both of which don't really have very good smells.
Oh, that taste in my mouth tastes like morning breath. Excuse me. It does.
It does.
Ooh, that is, and it's just staying.
Yeah.
All right, I'm not gonna finish that.
I'm not gonna finish that either.
All right.
Oh well, it was worth a shot.
Yeah. Okay. So it's not like red ales have a sort of. How would you describe a red ale? It's like.
It has like a caramely.
Yeah.
Taste.
It's like sweeter, but not sugary sweet. It's like savory kind of sweet. It's a red ale. So I thought maybe this will be like a red ale, but like an IPA. But this is like
what's going on.
This is like a straight, just IPA to me.
This doesn't even taste like an IPA. This just tastes
Really?
bad to me.
Yeah.
Oh, the smell.
Oh, and the taste.
Ugh.
It's still in my mouth, strong.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that was Grunge by Gun Hill Brewing Company.
Grunge is right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's try to work past that.
Sure.
So the second part of just totally different is that I started watching a TV show on Netflix called Big Mouth, which is hilarious.
It's a great show.
It's about middle school kids like going through puberty.
Which sounds really weird to watch as a show, but it's a cartoon.
Yeah.
And it's written by some people that you would definitely recognize. Like Maya Rudolph is a voice in it.
Yeah, Nick Kroll.
Yep. Yeah, Nick Kroll is one of the writers.
Yep.
And one of the voices. And my God, it is so funny.
It is so funny.
It's just like these. So these two main characters have these hormone monsters who follow them around, and
they pretty much tell them what to do.
Yeah,
but like,
and like they're going. The hormone monsters are like whispering things in their ear and telling them like how they should act.
Yeah.
In situations, and they are supposed to be like the embodiment of puberty.
Yeah, and they're disgusting. Like,
they are terrible.
Yeah,
but it's hilarious.
It is so funny.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like a way to like sort of talk about the show, like just some of the things that happen in the show without like
it's extremely inappropriate.
It is just it's very inappropriate.
Yeah.
But like by far one of the funniest TV shows I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, me too. Like funnier than Family Guy.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. I think it's way funnier.
I can't wait for season 2.
Yeah. There's currently one season on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Netflix original, so I'm sure we won't have to wait super long for season 2.
Yeah, I don't even know how we can talk about some of the stuff in this show.
I don't know.
Because
if we want to have like a censor.
We don't swear on this show. So
yeah. Yeah, so just like
it's very inappropriate. Think about what like middle school boys are thinking in their head while going through middle school, and
we could talk about a little bit
what happens to like
and like I guess some of like the twisted things that go through your head for like a split second.
Yeah,
but
like you're going through puberty.
But like those are
stuff like that.
Those split second thoughts are embodied into the hormone monsters, and they're just like that's just what they are.
Yeah, and they're like saying these things and like
oh my God. Like the opening scene, like one of the opening parts of the episodes is there's two male main characters,
and a female main
character. And one of the male main characters sees the other male main character's dinger.
Dinger, that's a good word. Yeah, he gets out of a shower and
like
he's like getting dressed or something.
And he freaks out because he's like his thing was bigger and hairier than mine, and like oh no, it's just weird to talk about. It's so really funny
weird
though.
To talk about.
It's so funny.
Yeah. And like then the whole episode is the kid freaking out because like his dinger is not the same, and he's wondering when he's gonna like
hit puberty. That's like almost the whole season for that kid.
True.
One of the characters doesn't actually hit puberty until literally the end of season 1.
Mm-hmm. And he goes through the entire season with his best friend, like going through puberty. And so he has all these questions and stuff. And he's like, when am I going to get my hormone monster?
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Because like there's one of the things is that they're like having a sleepover, and the hormone monster just like comes up the stairs, and the one main character's like, who are you? And he's like,
you'll find out.
Yeah. He's like, I'm just here to give your friend a little present.
Yeah.
It's a pretty messed up show.
It is, but it doesn't sound as weird and creepy as we were making it.
No, it's very funny.
Like, just go watch it. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Go so funny. I haven't laughed that hard in a long time.
I haven't either. Definitely not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna ditch these beers and move on to what is next?
Snackcident.
Ooh,
yep.
All right.
Okay.
There's a fun story with the snackcident, so that'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Well, we will be back with beer number 3.
Welcome back. We're gonna get into the third beer here, and the snackcident waiting to happen.
Yes.
Hopefully, this beer is much better than the last one.
Okay, so this is Tool's Tropical Rumble. It is another session IPA, but this is brewed with mango, peach, and passion fruit. So
sounds much better.
Yeah, light because it's 4.3% alcohol. Nice and fruity because of those different fruits. So enjoy our fruity acquaintance. Heaps of fruity mosaic hops, paired with the best fruits we could find. That's the description. All right. Excitement.
I also like the can.
Yeah, the flowers.
Yeah. There's another Tool beer in there. They had like a whole shelf of them. Now and Later, they had like 3 shelves of one brand, so I had to.
Ooh, it smells good.
Pick from like those 3 brands.
Give you a little more.
A little bit. Yes, look at that can. That looks awesome.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's a bunch of flowers. Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, beer number 3. Ooh, that is so much better.
I like that. That is really good.
Way sweeter than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, you can almost get the hints of each of the fruits.
Yeah. Usually these are like a little fruity and mostly IPA, but this is like really fruity.
Yeah.
And some IPA.
Yeah. It's very good.
Not expecting it. Yeah, that's
awesome.
Very good.
Awesome.
Big fan of that.
I am too.
You get the fruit right on the front, but it's more like, I don't know why I come up with the metaphors I do, but it's like the lead singer is the fruit and like the IPA is like backup singers.
Yeah.
Like it's always there, but you taste the fruit first.
Mm-hmm.
And then like you sort of subconsciously taste the IPA part.
Yeah. That's a good analogy.
That's the word, not metaphor.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big fan. All right. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, I am.
So I went to FYE in Buffalo.
For your entertainment.
Yeah. And I saw this specific thing.
Okay.
And
I'm excited.
I can't not get it for the podcast.
So being from FYE means it has to be some sort of licensed product. Like I was telling Mike, it's got to be like some Star Wars kind of thing. Ooh, Rick and Morty?
It's a Rick and Morty pickle flavored dark chocolate.
Oh my god.
Because it's Pickle Rick?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, look at that. Oh, I was
pickle flavored dark chocolate.
I saw it. I was like,
I don't know about this.
I can't not get it.
No, it's the perfect. It's the perfect thing for this podcast, but I don't know about it.
So like, it's distributed by FYE.
Okay.
And
oh boy,
Adult
this will
Swim
be
and
interesting.
Ingredients: dark chocolate, cocoa butter, soy lecithin,
Pickle Rick,
and natural pickle extract, and sea salt.
Interesting.
Oh,
with the sea salt it might be good. I like salted chocolate.
I do too. So this has been sitting in my car. Oh my god, you can smell it. It's almost like got like a vinegary smell to it.
Oh.
It's very dark chocolate.
Oh, that is so weird. I don't like that.
All right, I'm going in.
Ooh, I'm really nervous. I want to wait for you. Okay, that was good for like 5 seconds, and then
it's really good.
Really? I'm still really nervous.
I promise. Okay. It's like dark chocolate right on the front.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden you taste pickle.
I saw it on your face.
And then you get hit with salt. And it all works together.
Ooh, it smells so bad, though.
It works so well together, though.
Chocolate. Chocolate. Pickle.
Yeah. No.
No. Mm-mm.
I don't mind it.
Not my thing.
I actually kind of like it.
Here, if you give it back to me, I'll finish the part I bit off.
And yeah, just break off the little piece.
But yeah, I'm not crazy about it.
Oh, I wouldn't go out of my way to get it.
Chocolate?
But I don't not mind it.
Chocolate? Chocolate? It's so weird.
It's very weird.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, it's literally what it is. It's like
it's not. It's really not for me.
Chocolate pickle.
Yeah.
I'm finishing what I broke off.
I love pickles too. That's the thing.
Really?
Oh yeah,
I like love pickles a lot.
Like,
pickles and
for
chocolate.
A snack, I'll just eat like 5 dill pickles out of a jar. Like
pickles and chocolate doesn't mix well in my mind.
Ooh, or in my mouth.
But I think the salt is a good bridge for it.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's really weird, and it smells really bad.
It just smells like dark chocolate to me.
Sorry.
Nobody's sorry.
That's why we do this. I'm really not a fan. Is that the first actual snack accident?
Mm-hmm.
For me, at least. This will be my first snack accident. You can still. You're still going.
I still have my snacks in it.
Yeah. This beer though is fantastic.
Oh, the beer is excellent. What is going on?
I think.
Oh, that's the handle. I was like, "What is in my beer?"
Oh, I thought that too one time. It doesn't do any kind of pairing. The beer is really
the beer is just
it's really tasty, so it just overpowers anything in your mouth. So we didn't record a podcast last week with the whole party thing, but we still did have that party.
Yeah,
and it was a lot of fun. We made a beer cheese. We played a card game, the Cyanide and Happiness card game.
Yeah,
which is hilarious.
Oh, God. It's like my favorite game.
Yeah, me too. I'll have to pick it up. Patricia and I had so much fun playing it.
Mm-hmm. It was very good. We had so my brother was home, Eric. Our friend Colin was here, and then we had you, me, Hannah, and Trisha.
Yep, and your father
and my dad. Yep, and
he played some hands with us. We had a lot of beer.
We also did.
I got some beer for Christmas. I got a dry hop sour that was awesome, and a chocolate. You tried it. I brought it here. And a chocolate by Southern Tier. That was very good. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was like thick, wasn't it?
Super creamy.
Yeah.
We had a beer cheese. We made it with just this like pale ale we had, or no, not a pale ale. Was it?
I don't remember what we used.
I think it was a pale ale.
Probably.
Yeah. That came out really well.
Yeah. It was actually very good. I still have it upstairs.
Oh, okay. Nice. All right.
So maybe after we can reheat it.
Yeah, sounds good to me. So that was beer number 3 and snack accident waiting to happen. My first snack accident. Mike still has not hated a snack.
Yeah.
So we'll come back with beer number 4 and our fantasy topic.
Awesome. I currently have my hand reaching to get the next beer, so welcome back.
Ooh, Crooked Stave.
Here you are, sir.
So this...
Or I'll even leave you with this.
Okay. So this brewery, Crooked Stave, was the second sour beer I ever had.
Ooh.
Yep. This is called St. Breda Brettanomyces Citrus Wild Beer.
Ooh.
Artisan ale brewed with citrus. 5.8 alcohol by volume. No description. Yeah, my first sour beer was Festina Pesh by Dogfish. And then...
I'm going to bring this out because we've been having bad luck.
Yeah. And yeah, so that was my first. And then a friend of mine brought over a beer, which was Crooked Stave, and he was like, "Hey, remember that like sour beer we had? That was really cool. Here's another one I found, and it was by Crooked Stave. I don't remember the name of it, but that one was like even more sour. That was like straight vinegar.
Ooh.
And so that was like the first really, really sour beer I had.
Cool.
But I don't remember the name of that one. I just remember it was Crooked Stave. And then I spent forever trying to find it, but of course I wasn't going to find it.
Right on. No problem.
God, this is still foamy.
Would you like to hand me the cap? I got you.
Oh. Here's that.
Thank you.
I'll try to pour some of this foam.
All right. Oh.
Wow.
Here.
That was a bad pour.
Okay. Ooh, I like citrus beers. Like I like citrusy things.
Me too. I think
just pouring foam.
That was awesome.
Cool.
Man, right. That was a really bad pour.
Let's get an attempt at
beer
number 4. Okay.
It smells good. I'm still getting a lot of foam, so
it's a little odd, I think, because it's got like an ale flavor with like the feel, but not the taste of like a citrus fruit.
Yeah. Huh. I have a lot of taste in my mouth right now. I think I need to like let it all settle.
I'm getting a little citrus taste now.
I like it. I'm getting...
It's very carbonated.
Yep. You know what I'm getting?
What are you getting?
A mimosa.
Again?
Yeah. Like a very carbonated mimosa with a little beer.
Yeah. It does sort of have like a champagne-y taste.
Yeah. Like I'm not even so sure that I'm getting a whole lot of beer. It's really like citrus, carbonation, and like alcohol-y.
You see, I'm tasting like a little more of an ale that's like... It's sort of like an ale mixed with like a... I just said it. Why can't I think about it? You're just leaving me down.
Sorry. Champagne?
Champagne.
I like it. It's I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about it. It is good.
I like it, but I don't know how to drink it.
Yeah.
That's how I'm sort of feeling. Like I'd drink it again. I'd definitely drink it again. But I also don't know. Like I don't think I'll remember it.
Probably not.
I don't remember any of these, but at this point.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Well, we'll dive right into.
Describe.
Yeah, it definitely is.
It is kind of plain tasting, but it's also tough to describe. So, are we gonna try to finish?
Yeah, let's try to get through because you and I finished the book.
Yep. A while ago at this point.
Well, you finished it a while ago. I think I finished it just before. Actually, wow. I did finish it like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
All right.
So, this is our fantasy topic where we run through The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss.
Mm-hmm.
So we've kind of been done with the book for so long now that I actually need help.
Yeah.
Remembering plot points and things like that. So I'm going to run through some of this and we can talk about it as we go.
It's also nice to have the plot points. That way we don't like push ahead of ourselves or anything like that without missing something.
So last time we left off, Quoth had heard of a wedding that had been like massacred in a town up north called Treban.
Supposedly by the Chandrian.
Yep. And so Quoth goes up there and he learns that there was one survivor there. And he meets with her, and it's Denna.
Mm-hmm.
So now, let's see. The two of them leave the inn where he found her and head towards the Mothen farm, which is where the wedding was, to see if Denna can find any of her things from before she was knocked unconscious. She tells him about her eccentric potential patron, and Quoth nicknames him Master Ash because he's really secretive and kind of weird.
Like, doesn't want anybody to know his name.
Denna doesn't even know his actual name.
Right.
They look around the farm, but Denna tells Quoth that she saw a blue flame during the chaos. What wood remains is rotted, and the iron pump handle is rusted through, which are all signs of the Chandrian.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So they were definitely there, and him and Denna are kind of like looking around for other kind of signs, seeing if there's anything else, and they're like inspecting the farm, and then Denna decides she wants to go look for her patron because she believes he survived the night as well. So they head into the woods, and then they run into this sheep herder, and they like have dinner with him. And Quoth asks him about, have you heard anything? Did you hear anything about this wedding, or for you, have you heard of any weird stuff around lately? What did you think when you got to like the dialogue parts with him? How they were written so funny.
I didn't read it.
Oh, you listened to it?
I listened to it, and the guy read it very funny.
Let me show you how it's written. Talk for a second. It won't take me long.
Yeah. I was listening to it, and the guy was speaking in an odd accent, pretty much.
Like an Irish kind of accent?
Yeah, sort of like an Irish accent. Yeah. And Quoth, replies in kind, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And, says that Denna's like his shy cousin or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, I hope I find this quickly.
I'm sure I could pull it up in the book.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That would be easier.
Actually, I have no idea where that would be in the book.
It's like towards the end.
Anyways, he talks funny, pretty much. But that's because he has, this weird accent that... It's too far. Sorry for the silence, folks.
Yeah. Let's see.
Pegs?
Yeah, pigs.
Hold on. Oh yeah, oi twat.
Look how the dialogue is written. I thought that was so much fun reading it.
Yeah.
The whole all of his dialogue is written like that. It's so funny.
Yeah.
So the sheep herder has this sort of Irish Scottish accent, and the dialogue for him is written sort of literally in terms of how it sounds.
So you just reading it in your mind, you read it in the accent no matter what. You can
the word pigs he pronounces pegs.
Yeah.
And it's written P-E-G-S, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's written phonetically.
Yeah.
Which is it was really fun to read.
I
starts impersonating it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I guess that people who have that accent don't trust outside folk really as much. So Quoth knew that and just pretty much went, I know what to do here, and spoke in that accent. So.
Yep. So him and Denna are having dinner with this sheep herder, and they're asking him about, have you seen any weird things? And he brings up this blue flame he's been seeing on a hill to the north. Every so often, it's a little blue flame that will pop up. And of course, they think blue flame, Chandrian, something they want to investigate. And so they have their dinner and they separate. And they go. Might skip over something. Okay. Yeah, so they go up to the hill and they don't find anything really.
Yeah.
Later, while they are like camping and getting ready to sort of go to sleep, they hear like this ruffling in the woods and then like really loud ruffling and like twigs breaking and stuff like that. And something is attracted to their fire, and it is a Dracus, a massive sort of lizard, like almost like a dragon.
Yeah. Nice.
And so this thing is massive, and it like eats trees. Basically, it's that big.
Yeah.
And it's attracted to fire, and it also breathes blue fire. Blue fire. God. And so that is what was making the blue flames.
Yeah.
In the distance. And so like they sort of escape from this Dracus, and they head towards this smoke rising, and they wanted to figure out what that was, and so they go, and it is like a tiny camp sort of thing that is like just completely destroyed, and it's near this grove of trees, and there's like a dead body in the destroyed camp, and there's a crossbow, and then like behind that there's like this cave that they go into, and they find it has like baked things in sap from these trees, which turns out to be ophalum trees, which is the tree that makes denner resin, which we know is like
the sweet eaters eat.
Yeah, which is like heroin. Yeah, in this world, pretty much. And so this camp was a bunch of criminals. Making this drug, and then while they're there investigating that, the Dracus comes and starts eating the trees, and so they realize the Dracus has become addicted to
the resin.
Yeah, or the sap that comes out of these trees, and so the Dracus chases them for a bit, and they are able to escape again. But not before Denna like eats a ton of it by accident.
Yeah,
and
like,
they also go ahead.
It was like something that she did, and then like this is before they realized what it was.
Yeah, right.
She just like had some of it. She ingested a little bit of it, and
trying to like figure out what it was.
Yeah, some of it was like caught in her teeth, but like Quoth gives her this
charcoal.
Charcoal, yes, he makes her eat charcoal.
Absorb it.
And yeah, so Denna starts becoming like all weird and really high loopy. And loopy, and so they leave that cave, right, and they try to figure out what they're gonna do about the Dracus.
Yeah.
And one of the thoughts that come into their head was having him overdose. Pretty much was give him so much of the resin that he just dies. Yeah,
because they happened upon a bunch of the denner resin being baked. It was like in pans and stuff, getting ready to be made into ophalum, whatever.
Yeah, so they make a fire far away from Treeben, and to attract the Dracus there, where Quoth gives him a very calculated amount of the resin, and one of the things that happens was that I believe it's that Quoth didn't realize that the festival at Treven was going on that night. So like there was a bunch of fire back there, and Quoth was like, "Don't look that way. Don't look that way. Don't look that way." Yeah. So like Quoth was pretty much just like, "Holy crap! If the Dracus looks that direction, he's gonna go there." And in this denner resin craze, gonna kill everybody. And so he gives him a whole bunch of denner resin, not enough to kill it apparently.
Right. A ton, but
a ton.
Not enough to kill it.
They saved a little left over, I believe, right?
Yeah, and they were gonna sell it because it's worth a lot of money.
Yeah. So the Dracus notices the fires at Treven and goes and attacks. pretty much attacks Trevin.
Yeah, and Denna's asleep actually at this point.
Because of the...
So Quoth is like, ooh, I have to leave Denna to go. He decides he has to kill this thing. Mm-hmm. Like, not like just overdose it, make him die, but he's going to kill it.
He has to go kill it.
Hunt it down and kill it. But Denna is asleep, and so he makes the choice. He has to leave her, which kind of sucks and broke my heart. Because, like, whenever they have to leave or split apart, I'm like, oh, man.
Yeah.
Just stay together for once.
Yeah. Like, just let everybody die.
Right.
And just stay together.
So he makes a beeline.
Especially
for
then, too, because she had just gone through, like, this whole, like...
Oh, yeah, and when she was when she was, like, high, she told him that, like...
Yeah.
She liked him and stuff
like
that. Damn it.
Yeah, it was very heartbreaking when he made the decision to leave for the greater good. That unselfish piece of crap.
So he goes to Trebon, and of course, like, the Dracus is destroying the entire town by the time he gets there, and people are dying and going crazy. And so he's trying to come up with a plan, and you'll have to remind me how exactly this happens.
I don't remember. You're going to have to pull it up.
He gets up on one of the houses. He climbs up on one of the houses and uses sympathy, or he lights a tree on fire. Mm-hmm. Then uses sympathy from the tree to a giant iron wheel on top of a church to somehow take it off the church and drop it onto the dragons.
Yeah.
Similar to how that one demon was killed in the old story, that the iron wheel was dropped on him.
Yeah.
And he was chained to it. So.
Yeah. So he kills the Dracus, and everybody there makes him some hero, and when he just wants to go find Denna again.
Right. Yeah, and he's like, okay, I'm out.
Yeah, he was injured, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Because when the wheel fell off the church, it brought the whole church down with it.
Right.
And he was like in the rubble.
Yeah.
But he was okay.
Yeah.
He had some broken ribs or something like that.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
And then after that, he goes back to the university.
Mm-hmm. Where he has to explain to everybody why he's been gone for so long. But he lies, right? I can't remember what he says exactly. Actually, he doesn't say what he says. He just says that he goes and lies to everybody pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is a huge part we're forgetting. So he goes back to the university, and I'll read this paragraph here. Back at the university, Ambrose steals Quoth's loot from its case.
That's right.
While toying it, I forgot that too.
I forgot about that.
Probably the most important part of the book. While toying with it to tease Quoth, he carelessly breaks it. Mm-hmm. Enraged, Quoth involuntarily calls the name of the wind, and like slices Ambrose.
Yeah, like he hits Ambrose, and Ambrose breaks his arm.
Breaks his arm, and then like he makes the wind actually cut his face too.
Yeah,
I think. Quoth then falls into a trance-like state. Elladan finds him and whispers something that begins to mend him psychologically. So in this like fit of rage, Quoth finally calls the wind.
Yeah,
which later we find out that like that's sort of how it happens. Like you do it in like a time of stress and rage and stuff. It comes to you.
You have sort of this sleeping mind that knows the names of everything.
Yeah,
pretty much.
But like your waking mind and your sleeping mind don't talk.
Yeah,
it sort of just happens. And then Ambrose and Quoth are brought before the horns again, of course. Mm-hmm. Ambrose is found guilty of stealing and destroying Quoth's loot and required to pay for its replacement. Quoth is found guilty of malfeasance and sentenced to 6 lashes and expulsion, but his expulsion is immediately repealed at Elladan's behest, which I thought was awesome.
Elladan makes him a Relar.
Yep. Quoth is then raised to Relar with Elladan as his sponsor, the second time his status is elevated after punishment, which I think is so awesome, because I was really worried for him.
Yeah,
because we know he gets kicked out of the university at some point. Like, I thought this was going to be it.
In the book, they tell you like he gets expelled.
Right, that's not a spoiler. So yeah, like we knew that was going to happen. I really thought that was going to be it, and then they voted for him to be expelled. And it went through.
The vote passed, but then
Elladan or maybe it wasn't Elodin, but one of the masters then made a vote to repeal the expulsion. So it was like a roller coaster of emotions.
Yeah.
There. And then that vote went through.
It was Illidan. Illidan. And yeah, because he says, I vote to repeal the expulsion and raise him to Relar.
Yeah, and then everybody voted for that. So
everybody but him.
Yeah, of course. And then Quoth gets lashed. He does take his 6 lashes, and he walks away from it again.
And to keep his reputation up, he does the same thing as before, so that way he didn't bleed. And
right. And then after that is when Ori begins to like show Quoth the underthing, which is like underneath the sort of old town underneath the university. There's like the university is like built on top of another town basically. And so there are all these tunnels and roads even that are underneath the university that Ori basically lives in. And with that, he discovers the secret way into the archives.
Yep. So he secretly makes his way into the archives and has Fella come in and show him around, sort of.
Yeah. So the next thing is an important thing. During the next term, Quoth is poisoned with a plumb bob.
That's right.
Ambrose.
Yep.
Which is sort of like this. What did they call it? This thing that makes you have basically no control over what you're doing. No boundaries. Sort of thing.
Like everything that goes through your head is a good idea.
Right, like killing somebody.
Yeah.
Under this thing, you'll think it's a good idea.
And he asks Fella
and it's right before
to see her naked a couple of times.
Yeah, which is funny. And it's right before his exams or whatever they call it. Yep.
Yeah, I actually so I totally forgot about that because mainly because going right from the first book to the second book, it feels like just one story.
Oh yeah.
So I honestly thought that had happened in the second book.
Me too.
But actually, he does have relapses in the second book, right?
Oh no, actually, that is part of the second book.
Really?
Yeah, in the wiki thing, it doesn't give a separation between.
That's right, because it was at some point to sort of end the book.
Yeah, and the Ori thing is in the new book. So it ends with him calling the name of the wind.
Yeah,
and getting his lashes.
Because somebody enters the inn
in the current time.
In the current time, because the book has these interludes where Quoth stops Chronicler from writing the story, and they do small things.
Things happen in the current time.
Yeah. But some demon or something, I still haven't found out what it was. All I know is that Bass did something to stop it. And everybody thinks it was the Smith's apprentice that took it down.
Right.
But yeah, some thing possessing a guy.
Yeah. Which this town has never really seen.
Yeah.
But of course, Quoth and Bast know that it was some sort of demon.
Yeah. And then pretty much after that, Quoth is just like, yeah, we'll tie up some loose ends and then we'll end the day here.
Yep. And that is the end of the first book and the first day of the story.
Yeah. It was good. It was really good.
Yeah.
I absolutely
such an awesome book. I think
I'm almost scared to finish the second book.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be stuck in that. I want the third book to come.
Yeah, me too.
So I'm going to attempt to take my time with it, but I've got 6 hours on Saturdays to just listen to audiobooks, so
with the holidays I haven't had any time to read, and so I haven't read in a few, probably just 2 weeks, but it feels like forever.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of catching up to do.
All right. Well, we will go into beer number 4, and we'll hop into Martin's topic.
Welcome back to the podcast. We're going to have beer number 5.
Oh my God, I said beer number 4
Yeah, you did.
Time.
I just thought that.
Because I was looking into this and being 4.
So beer number 5, and then we're going to do my topic.
This is Silly sour?
I thought it was Lily, but maybe it's silly. Thought that was an L.
I don't know.
Lily?
It looks.
I think
Lily,
the brand might be
that
Lily.
might be an S. Silly? I don't
know.
Yeah,
maybe.
Will you? Yeah, silly.
Okay.
Brasserie de Silly, Rudabas, 7830, Silly, Belgium.
Gotcha. But it just seemed like such a plain looking beer.
Yeah.
Which is kind of why I picked it. It stuck out to me. It looks kind of like an older label.
It's Belgium. Product of Belgium, 5.5%. So sour ale. Unique brew that blends 13% dark saison with 87% sour ale. The delicate malt notes of the saison managed to break through the streaking green apple sourness up front.
Ooh, apple. Yum.
Yeah, cool. All right, I'm excited. I apologize, Trisha. I'm not going to be using this right now because I've been having bad luck.
Yeah, we both have.
Oh. I'm apparently just having bad luck always. All right. Give it a pour. Ooh.
Dark for a sour.
I was looking at where I was pouring it. I wasn't looking at down. Oh. I was like, man, that's kind of light. What?
You spilled a little.
Oh, did I?
We really are just not.
Ooh, that's appley.
Good pours. Okay. I like the label.
I like the label
Something
too. I like that it's simple.
Yeah. It just stuck out to me as like something like an older kind of bottle.
Yeah. Oh.
Ooh, that is so apple.
That is like an apple cider.
Yep.
That is very good.
Yep.
I like
What's
it.
the alcohol content?
5.5.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I don't taste any alcohol in that.
It does kind of have like that slight malt.
Yeah, okay.
Very slight. That's Dad. Alrighty. Well, yeah, I think it's good.
Yeah, I do too.
It's fruity. It's not super sour, but it is a little sour.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right, let's get into my topic. Today I wanted to talk about how our holidays went. Talk about what we did for Christmas, and then for New Year's, maybe any presents we got for Christmas. So I can start with me.
Cool.
Nice. So the weekend of Christmas, I was at Patricia's house and we hung out, and then Christmas Eve I went home. Went to my grandfather's, where we opened up some presents and stuff. And I got, from aunts and uncles, I got picture frames and one of those smartphone lens kits. Have you seen those?
Yeah? That's cool.
It
yeah, I've
doesn't
seen
work
that.
very well.
No?
No, not at all.
Oh, that stinks.
It just makes the picture like really cloudy.
Yeah.
And it doesn't fit over like the whole sensor of the camera, and so you have like a circle image of your image and then just black everywhere else.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because the lens doesn't fit over the
That's kind of weird. Hi. All right.
And then went home, and then Christmas morning opened up some stuff, and so my parents helped me out with buying a new car recently, and so that was my kind of big Christmas present. Oh, she's back. And so I didn't get a whole lot for I didn't open up a whole lot of presents on Christmas morning. I got a movie tavern gift card and a new pair of pajama pants, and then a gift card to a restaurant downtown. Yeah. So how'd your Christmas Eve and Christmas morning go?
So Christmas Eve we went to my uncle's where we ate a whole bunch of food.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't open anything Christmas Eve because we go to my grandmother's Christmas morning.
Okay.
Where we see everybody. So on Christmas morning we went to my grandmother's. Well, I got from my dad my dad and I sort of split the electric drum set that I had gotten, so
cool.
That was the majority of it. But then I also got Joking Hazard, this boot dryer that I can set my boots on.
I saw that when I walked in.
It puts warm air into
awesome.
them. Oh yeah, it's really cool. So like when I put my boots on, they're kind of like a little warm and nice and dry, and it also apparently helps with smell too.
Oh, like bacteria.
Yeah. Peat dryers is what they're called. They're very cool.
Right.
Let's see, what else did I get from? I got Titanfall 2, which I haven't played yet for my PlayStation. My uncle got me some really cool whiskey glasses.
Nice. Oh, you got a lot of alcohol, didn't you?
Oh, yes, I did. So Eric, my brother, had gotten me 2 whiskey glasses because, like, I like sort of like collecting the whiskey glasses. Like, I like them because they're cool and there's a bunch of different styles of them, and but also like I like scotch, and so my brother had got me scotch, and then Colin got me scotch. And then I had like just bought scotch not too long ago, like at Thanksgiving, while still having a little bit left over from the previous one. So I've got a lot to deal with up there. I think that's about it. Oh, Eric also got me a Dungeons and Dragons book. That's really cool. I'll have to show you that.
Cool. We're low on batteries, so
all right.
I'm going to stop it here, and then when we come back, we'll talk about New Year's and stuff like that.
Cool. Welcome back. We're going to go into beer number 6, which is our last but not least. It's another Tool.
Yep.
I'm all about it.
You are, sir. Thank you. This is the Tool Sir Citra dry hopped sour pale ale.
Ooh.
I'm really loving the dry hop sours.
Yeah, dry hop sours are good.
Yeah. Like, I think the fruity sours go...
It pairs well with the bitterness of like a hoppy type.
Yep. For me, the really fruity sours, I think, are getting to be too much. What were you just doing?
I don't know. Yeah.
And so, like, the dry hop sours is more of a hoppy sour, but still really refreshing, I think.
Yeah, I almost think that, like, it either has to be a dry hop sour or something that's really sour.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a lot here, I think.
Ooh,
here, why don't you finish that off? It's hard to gauge. This is gonna be this is a one-time thing for the holidays because it's got a little Christmas tree with dogs. There's a little bulldog right there. Oh, right there. And then a schnauzer. Hannah's got schnauzers.
Yeah.
I've got bulldog. All right.
Okay. Beer number 6.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Yep. Not
dry
really
hop
fruity
sours.
at all. Just
dry hop
just
sours. Yeah.
I like these a lot.
Sour, somewhat hoppy. Yeah, it works.
I think I'm starting to like these better than fruity sours.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I like them a lot.
Yeah.
I think that the taste is like... If it's a fruity sour, the fruit has to be kind of subtle, I think. Where
if it's too much, then it's just like way too sweet, way too sour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this a lot. There's something to be said about dry hop sours. They're good.
All right. So we talked about what we did for Christmas, what we got for Christmas. I want to talk about New Year's. What did you do for New Year's, Mike?
So, the 29th is Hannah's and my anniversary.
Yep, and I saw the Facebook post.
Yep. So we had our 7-year anniversary,
which is crazy.
Which is pretty crazy. On Friday, where we we woke up in the morning, we made breakfast. We went to
Buffalo.
In Buffalo, yes. I went to Buffalo Thursday night. And hung out there for the weekend and came back yesterday morning at some point. We went to the there's an aquarium in Buffalo. I can't remember what it's called. But we went to this aquarium that had like a whole bunch of fish, but also like some penguins and seal stuff.
Cool.
And one of the things was that there was a seal show that was happening, like like seals were doing
like
tricks
Kiss
and
from
stuff.
a Rose seal.
Yeah. But like it was awesome. Like some of the things that these seals were doing, like like they balanced the ball and everything. But this one had the ball and swam a lap around the pool that they were in with the ball balanced.
I saw a seal show in New York City at their famous zoo. That was really sweet.
It's quite incredible.
It's very impressive.
Yeah, and like they do like a clap. Like I don't know, like when the trainer claps, the seal will clap too.
Yeah.
And wave and stuff like that. And it is really cool. So we did that. We went to dinner at a bar and grill, actually, a sports bar.
Oh yeah.
Because that's what she wanted to do. She said she wanted to go do we went to the 716. I believe it's the 716 Pub and Grill.
Okay.
It's a really cool place. I actually have been there before. When I played for the Bills Drumline.
Oh, cool.
We played there. It's a cool place. It's a really cool place. Yeah, but we did that and then hung out for the rest of the weekend. New Year's Eve, we went to an art exhibit, like an art gallery.
I saw Hannah did a Snapchat story of this weird light thing going around the room.
So the downstairs was really cool. There was like a Picasso painting there. There was a Van Gogh painting there. Van Gogh. Like some actual stuff was there. Like and so that's like cool. We saw some cool paintings downstairs. But upstairs was like this modern sort of art exhibit that had to do with like you would see signs and the signs were each of the senses, like smell, touch, taste, ears, whatever. There was a lot of penises.
Oh, okay.
Like we went into this one room that was like sight and taste, and it had Mike and Ike's, banana chips, and coffee beans that you could like eat from. Okay. And there was this weird thing happening on the TV, and Hannah and I went through the first time. They didn't have any Mike and Ike's, so we had to swing around and come back when they had Mike and Ike's. So we went through the first time. We were like, what is going on these TVs? And the second time when we came in, Hannah goes, those are penises. Like, and it's like this kaleidoscope.
On the TV?
So there's 3 TVs, and there's like this kaleidoscope sort of effect of just like an uncircumcised penis.
Oh my gosh.
Just flopping around.
Oh my god.
So like, I don't know. Like it's art.
Yeah,
but like,
I guess.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
If you just call it art, it's art.
Yeah. So like, I would describe it as more of like this modern art type thing that was going on in the upstairs area. Yeah, it was weird.
Sounds weird.
But it was cool. Like seeing a Picasso painting and a Van Gogh painting was really, really cool. And the gallery itself was phenomenal, and it was definitely worth I think it was like $11 or something to go in.
Okay.
But the upstairs was weird. The upstairs was a little weird.
Sounds weird.
We went into like this mirror type thing where it's just this little box, and the whole thing is a bunch of different mirrors that are at angles. So like when you walk in, you're all over the place. Like and you can look down and you see you a whole bunch of times, and yeah, like a couple of stuff like that was really, really cool. And then we went and saw Star Wars at 10:20, which ran until about 1.
Oh, that's so late.
So we watched Star Wars through New Year's because neither of us really care about watching the ball drop or Ryan Seacrest or anything like that. Yeah, so we watched Star Wars, and then we were the last 2 people in the theater, period. Like at all, the whole theater, the whole Regal. Awesome. Yeah. So it was cool. What did you do?
Me. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Well, I worked Friday, And after Friday, I drove to Ithaca to see Patricia. And Saturday morning, I left with her mother, her brother Peter, and his girlfriend. And we were going to visit family friends to spend New Year's with. And first, we stopped in New Hampshire. So we went from Ithaca, New York to southern New Hampshire, sort of.
Okay.
And then we had dinner with her grandmother. I met her grandmother. And then after dinner, we drove south to Boston.
Cool.
So we did a lot of driving. And then we spent 2 nights with her family friends. They're very nice people. I've met them before. Very fun people in a nice house. And so we spent the first night, and then we did like some stuff that day. Had very nice lunches and dinners, and then we stayed up and watched the ball drop with them.
Cool.
Yeah, and then the next day we drove home. So we did a lot of driving this weekend. About 14 hours of driving.
That's fun.
Together.
That's fun, though.
Yeah, I am so tired now, though. Like, yeah. I'm not caught up on sleep.
Dude, driving exhausts me. Like, exhaust. No, like, I get really tired from driving. And because, like, Hannah and I have driven down to Maryland because her brother lives down there. We've driven to Cape Cod, and the drive is just tiring. Yeah. It's just, yeah.
It's boring.
Yeah. I mean, even if you got somebody there to talk to and hang out with, it's boring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, Patricia likes to take this route to my house that is just, like, highway the entire time. And I like to take this route that is back roads.
Yeah, where you can get some scenery.
Yeah. And I did her route for the first time yesterday, and it was so boring.
Yeah.
So boring. And
unfortunately, with Buffalo, the majority of it's just driving 90.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like my back roads way has you turning all the time, kind of keeps you awake.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. I do go down, like, through Elbridge and stuff like that.
That's the way Patricia goes.
Oh, really?
She goes through Elbridge, then through, when she hits Auburn, she goes straight down.
Okay.
I go down the west side of Skaneateles Lake.
Okay.
Through Moravia, and then down the east side of Cayuga Lake.
That's cool.
And yeah. Go through a lot of small towns and stuff like that.
I would rather have like a longer drive with that kind of stuff than like.
It's actually the same amount of time.
Is it? That's cool. I'm about that.
Actually, from my driveway to her driveway, it's exactly an hour and a half. Yeah. Which is, I think that's funny.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Alrighty.
Do you want to close out this episode?
We will. After we come back.
Okay.
All right, we're back. We're gonna do our closeouts really quick because we're a little low on battery, so we'll just try to fudge through this.
Mm-hmm.
So that was episode 13. 14. Glad you guys could join us. We made a lot of. We're going on to beer number 4. It's actually beer number 5.
Beers tonight were kind of meh.
Yeah. I almost think that this one is.
Yeah.
Probably. Okay, I'm just going to pull it out.
No, I think.
I'm going to pull it out. I think this one is my favorite.
Mm-hmm. Go with this one.
Yeah? Yep. I did like that a lot.
Yeah. I think they're kind of equal for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now that I think about
this one maybe a little more
both
just because
Tool.
I like the dry hop sour.
Me too.
Yeah,
I like them a lot.
I think it's a taste that works well.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah. Actually, so maybe let's say this is our favorite. This is the runner-up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Safe to say. All right. Well, go on and follow us on all our social medias. We're at WIWB Podcast on everything. Yeah. I need to do more Twittering. I'd say that at the end of every episode. We post on the Instagram and the Facebook, but yeah.
We're both just very, very busy aside from the 2 hours we take to do this.
And I don't use much social media in general, so I don't really disseminate information on social media much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, make sure you go out and follow us and subscribe and like and comment and everything like that.
All right.
All right. We'll see you guys next time.
Good night.